Kia ora, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This is where you get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock, with news New Zealand is backing Australia in its dispute with China over arbitrary tariffs on barley. But first, the US dollar is falling against the resurgent Chinese yuan, dipping to 6.37 to the US dollar, and now back to levels last seen 3 years ago. Exporters in Guangdong province are facing a new threat. Not only is the rising yuan trouble for them, rising material costs are too, as are shipping costs. And now they face electricity rationing. Demand exceeds supply because many new projects have failed to get started in the region, and that may mean more coal-fired electricity production. Flooding in the Yangtze River Basin is an annual threat, but like last year, this year is shaping up to be especially damaging. Almost 100 rivers have already exceeded flood warning levels. This too will have food price implications. And Australia is moving ahead with its dispute with China over the Middle Kingdom's imposition of sudden tariffs on a number of commodities, including barley. The WTO case against China is underway, and 12 countries have joined the action, including New Zealand. And Australia is also about to launch a WTO action against China over wine restrictions. Rural conditions are amazingly friendly in Australia again this year, with huge harvests reported, and at a time other major cereal producers are struggling. In South Korea, they've raised their 2021 growth forecast to 4%, as trade, investment, consumption and employment all recover faster than was earlier expected. In India, their monsoon is about to start. This also is a huge event for world grain security. And it is Memorial Day in the US, so their working week, including Wall Street, won't start until Wednesday our time. Over the weekend, they announced that household personal income fell by less than expected in April, as pandemic support started to be withdrawn from households. Personal spending was unaffected by that pullback, rising the expected 0.5% as their jobs market picked up strongly and covered the transition. And the new US administration has launched its budget with projections of spending and deficits out to 2035. The numbers are very large. It's been called a spending surge, but actually in 2020 and 2021, government spending there ran at 32% of GDP, whereas in this budget it takes it back to 24%. What will be rising are taxes, from 16% of GDP to just under 20%. Both are still low by international standards. New Zealand runs at 33% and we're mid-pack. The US Treasury 10-year yield starts today unchanged at 1.58%. The price of gold starts today up to $1,904 an ounce, and a gain of $2 since this time on Saturday. And oil prices start today little change at just over $66.50 a barrel in the US, while the international Brent price is just under $69 a barrel now. And the Kiwi dollar opens today at 72.5 US cents, almost a 0.5 cent retreat, but most of that happened on Friday. Against the Australian dollar, was down to 94.1 Australian cents, and against the euro, we're holding at 59.5 euro cents. That means our trade weighted index starts today at 74.1, which, while lower, is above the week ago level. Kia ora, I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by Interest.